I'm sorry, I was, a little bit distracted by something else. Oh yeah, Lilie episode, 1000 Pokemon episode. Glorious.
Pokemon Ranger, I choose you!
What's up, my dear boys and girls, it's your Ranger here, and welcome to another review of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. Just like Lilie tried to tackle her fear for Pokemon, it's time for us to tackle episode 49, Lilie and Silvady, the Resurrected Memory. So before I will once again get massively distracted, grab some popcorn, grab some cookies, and let's do this. Another day, another episode begins with Lilie basically recapping the main events of last week's episode. But then she starts crying after remembering her encounter with both Gladion and Type Null, and the fact that she once again can't touch Pokemon. Speaking of Gladion, our king of edginess directly confronts Ash, and he states that it's Ash's fault and his fault alone that Lilie has fallen into her phobia once again. Frustratingly arriving at the motel, Gladion's bad day doesn't seem to end at all, because who's there welcoming him with somewhat open arms? Faber! Fuck you, Faber. And the sneaky scientist doesn't waste any more time and immediately demands Type Null back from Gladion, which quickly escalates into a battle. Long story short, Faber defeats Gladion, and then he's like,
"Man, Gladion, chill down, you need some sleep,"
and uses hypnosis on Gladion so that Faber can finally have Type Null back in his hand. The next day arrives, and it can basically be summed up like this: I can't touch Pokemon anymore. Don't give up, Lilie, you can do it, do your best. Okay, I'll do my best. And I try to touch Pokemon once again and fail. Poor Lilie. After the failed attempt, and also after seeing Litten once again trying to be relevant, poor Litten, Lilie comes straight to the point and asks a surprised Ash what Gladion said about her, followed up by Ash failing to recreate the edginess of Lilie's brother. Unfortunately, as a result of talking about Gladion, Lilie once again remembered that Silvady once was charging at her, and she then questions herself how she was able to forget such a crucial event.
God damn it, Gladion is all negative and now Lilie.
In my opinion, that's what Ash was thinking at that moment, because then he tries to change the topic by showing Lilie funny faces of Pikachu to cheer her up. Kinda strange that every time Sun and Moon attempts to make funny faces on purpose, they are not funny, but every time they do it randomly, well, they're still not funny. By the way, what is this face? With a good mood in mind, Lilie decides that she wants to uncover her whole memories, and to do so, Nebby suddenly teleports her and Ash to different places of her past, which Lilie and her family have visited often. By the way, Lucamine is bae. Their garden, a restaurant, Lilie and Gladion's childhood room, and in the end, Lucamine's room. And every time they arrive at a new location, Lilie obtains more and more of her memories back. But we are not done with Nebby's teleportation tour, because to Faber's displeasure, we just arrived at the end destination of the tour, the Aether Paradise Laboratory. And thanks to the arrival, Faber now tries his best to not let both Lilie and Lucamine know about the incident of 4 years ago. Speaking of Lucamine, together with a really angry Gladion, we are going face to face with his mom about Faber and the whole Type Null incident. And to his surprise, his mother doesn't really seem to know anything. And later on in the episode, Gladion even scolds his own mother for wanting to encounter Ultra Beasts, despite the fact that those Ultra Beasts have caused Lilie's phobia. Back in the underground laboratory, Faber tries to use his underlings, aka Team Rocket, to erase Lilie's memories with the help of Faber's Hypno. But then out of nowhere, Team Rocket are refusing to do what Faber commands, because in their opinion, a person's memory with their Pokemon should not be erased because it's something very important. That sounded like a cliche Ash line, but Team Rocket said that. Team Rocket real main protagonist confirmed! By the way, that's a straight up fuck you, Faber, from Team Rocket. So our grumpy Aether scientist has no other choice but to confront Lilie by himself, and after attacking Ash and his Pokemon with his psychic Pokemon, he uses that as a decoy to snatch the Sun and Moon waifu away. Successfully kidnapping Lilie, Faber wastes no time and quickly tries to erase her memories. And even after an interruption by Ash, Faber's Pokemon still dominates Ash. But then the real hero of Sun and Moon arrives. Gladion! Calling upon his mighty Type Null, and even though this Pokemon scares the living crap out of Lilie, Gladion still commands Type Null to rescue Lilie, and with determination in mind, Type Null breaks its mask and becomes Silvady. And while Silvady is rescuing Lilie, she remembers that Silvady didn't attack her in the past, but actually saved her, which in the end leads to Lilie conquering her fear for Pokemon. Before the episode ends, Lucamine apologizes to Lilie, Lilie apologizes to Silvady for the misunderstanding, and happy end. So this was the episode, and with that being said, let's get right into the ratings. What can I say about the story? This episode had such high expectations, not only because of this being the episode where Lilie conquers her fear, but also because this officially is the 1000th episode of Pokemon. So we all expected a lot from this episode. How was the story? It was very good. The best part obviously Lilie, and for the very first time I'm very happy in regards of how the writers have approached Lillie's fear for Pokemon. In the last 4 moments when the writers tackled the phobia, they approached the phobia the same way over and over again. If you want to know more, I've tackled this topic a little bit more in depth in my past Lilie video, so you should check that out. But back to topic. I loved how they tackled Lilie conquering her fear by letting her realize that Silvally wasn't actually the attacker and therefore the cause of her fear, but instead of that, Silvally was the rescuer. And after realizing that, Lilie was able to touch Pokemon again. Also, the involvements of Gladion, Lusamine and Faber were awesome. And I was especially surprised that Faber was able to outsmart and outbattle Ash. Like damn. I like the fact that Lusamine actually is innocent and somewhat ignorant in this story. And to be honest, I really like that. This gives her just more characteristics and more reason to actually like her and to relate more to her. And Gladion is just always awesome. Like every time you see Gladion, he's awesome. Also, Team Rocket's little moment was very cool. But at the end of the day, there were some minor issues with this episode, which in the end will lead to me cutting off a point. The involvement of the rest of the gang in this episode was non-existent, but understandable, because it's Lillie's episode. The Little Litten segment where they tried to give Lit some relevance again, that felt somewhat shoehorned, and I wished that he would have kept that for another episode. The action scene with Silvally were decent, but to be honest, I wished they were a little bit longer, because I really love seeing Silvally in action. And then seeing this epic Pokemon one-shotting Alakazam and Hypno, understandable, but at the same time, a little bit disappointing. Last but not least, a little issue I had was the way Lilie recovered her memories in regards of her family. The way they did it, by finally, god damn it, thank you, by finally using Nebby in a good way with Nebby teleporting to Lillie's past locations, that was very clever and emotionally very well executed. But there was one major plot hole. How did Nebby do that? If you remember correctly, the anime stated that Nebby is only able to teleport people to places they are thinking about at that moment, but Lilie lost her memories. So how was Nebby able to teleport Lilie to her childhood places even though she can't remember them? So that plot hole was very confusing, but overall very decent story, and I have to give it a 9 out of 10. What can I say about the focus? The title is called Lilie and Silvady, the Resurrected Memories, and basically sums up perfectly what the important part of this episode was, with Silvally and Lilie playing the major roles in this episode. And the second part, with the Resurrected Memories, in my opinion, not only refers to Lilie remembering Silvally as the savior, but also Lilie recovering all her childhood memories, thanks to Nebby's teleport. And like I said before, very clever and very emotionally executed, 10 out of 10. Last but not least, animation. I will be honest, the animation was very good, don't get me wrong, but I expected so much more, because this is the 1000th episode of Pokemon. Just let that sink into your mind. 1000 episodes of Pokemon. And because of this huge milestone, I expected the animators to shoot out one animation highlight after another. But the only good parts were that moment where Lilie recovers her memories about Silvally. That was a very special animated moment. Silvally's evolution, and I especially really liked how Silvally is breaking its mask to get free, and then Silvally turning into a dark type and one-shots Faber's Pokemon. But the problem is that all those animation highlights were all in the last 5 minutes of the episode, and the other 15 minutes were just very decent, but not outstanding. If I'm generous, then maybe the scene where Lilie cried, but that's it, which in the end leads to a 8 out of 10. So this episode scores a 9 out of 10 with the recommendation to watch it, especially for all the Lilie moments, Gladion and Silvally. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this review, and just like always, I see you guys in the comment section down below. Bye guys!